Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Monday. So today I wanted to talk about a video. I was going to make it last week, but just other things came up on the channel and I thought it'd be a little more important to shoot those things first. So I did not get to put this out when earnings came out. I believe they came out Wednesday after close last week. However, I just wanted to give you my thoughts and opinion on basically some of the key things on this stock. So before I get started, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. Much appreciated. I'm trying to get the 500 subs by the end of this month. I think we can do it. If you just hit the subscribe button, it takes literally 10 seconds. So without further ado, we get into this. So Tattoo Chef, ticker TTCF. Like I just said, their earnings came out last Wednesday after close. It really, as expected, they're growing, they're killing it. They beat all analyst projections. Really what I expected. This stock, if you haven't watched my previous videos, this is one of my 4 growth stocks that I'm really actively making a bigger position throughout the year when there's good buying opportunities. If I see one or I buy this stock, I make a video letting you guys know what I bought at, when, and then what percentage of my total cost base of the stock I own. So I feel like that's very important because everyone's at a different position with how much they have maybe invested in the market. So I feel like the percentage number is more important than the actual dollar number, if that makes sense. So they did have a 50% increase of revenue over year to year. That's insane growth. I think it's gonna slow down a little bit just because they're kind of getting a name for themselves. They're getting into big box whole food companies or wholesale companies. So their brand's getting out there more. They're advertising this year, whereas years prior they put $0 into advertising. So we all know what advertising and marketing money can do to a company. It just makes brand awareness. People start buying it more or want to try it. So I think it's they're going to have double-digit growth for many, many, many years to come. So it's a super exciting stock to get into right now. So the gross profit and margin is moving up. Now, why is that important? Well, obviously, as your gross profit and margin go up, it gives you more dollars to reinvest in your company, to make new products, to distribute it elsewhere. Really, a healthy margin in any industry is 10 to 30%. I feel like is healthy margin, covers overhead cost. Every industry is obviously different. The food business, they make higher margins than some other industries, but they just recently raised their product and their margin is moving up from 20 to 25. I do think in years to come, once it gets to like grocery stores and gets even bigger and it's under a $2 billion market cap right now, but I do feel like in the next coming years, this could easily be a $5-6 billion market cap, easy. So with that, I think they will raise once the brand gets more recognition, it gets out more places, they're going to probably raise the cost of their product, driving the margin up to 30% plus. Therefore, again, it gives them more money to grow, hire, make new products, go elsewhere. So it's a healthy margin is basically what I'm getting at. So that's awesome. They're going up and not down. Usually when companies go down, they're trying to capture market share by making their prices lower, which as a long-term or a growth company, that's not the way you want to go. You actually want to get your brand out there, and then as it gains steam and everything like that, you raise up the cost of your product, you make more margin, then it kind of does a full circle where it's a healthy way of doing business, I guess. They do have $200 million of cash on the balance sheet. So that is a ton of cash. So they're very, when I buy stocks, I like knowing they have a bunch of cash on the balance sheet in case something happens or something goes backwards or not as planned. They have money to really get themselves through anything that might get thrown at them. So yeah, $2 million, ton of money. It's going to keep going up in my opinion. The biggest news that just came out this week that really no one talked about, that I didn't see much news, they're adding 6 SKUs into every Target nationwide. So why is that huge? I live in the Northeast and I've been having a very hard time of finding this brand, Tattoo Chef, in Costco, Target, Sam's Club, really any place. I go in the frozen section all the time and I try to find it and it's just not there. Well, I have a Target literally a mile down the road from me. And now that they're putting 6 SKUs in nationwide, I will definitely be buying this product. And I think there will be a lot of people that are shareholders like myself that maybe didn't have access to getting the brand locally, and now they will. So this is also really big news, is because Target isn't going to sign a deal with a company unless they're 100% confident that this brand is going to sell, because obviously Target's in the money. Target is one of the biggest companies out there as far as, there's locations everywhere, and they're not going to pick up a brand or sign a deal with a brand if they didn't know they weren't going to crush it and kill it. So what I think they're going to do is they're going to have 6 SKUs. They're going to sell and move through so quick. Target's going to say, okay, well, you guys have 100 more SKUs. What are your next top 10 best sellers? And then you're going to see the 6 go up to 8, then 12, then 15, then maybe 20 part numbers eventually in Targets all throughout the world, or nationwide, excuse me. So it's a really, 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 really big step in the right way. So if you don't own this stock now's a great time to buy. If the market might be a little volatile, it might correct in the next couple of weeks or months. Just have cash on the sideline, be prepared for it. You never want to wait for if you buy a good company, really there's not a bad time to buy, especially a growth company. So you never want to be like, oh, I'll buy on the next dip. Well, what if the dip doesn't happen? And then you're like, well, man, I wish I bought it at $25, $30 and now it's 50. So you really just want to get your foot in the water, start a position. If it goes down, average cost down. If it goes up, depending on recent news, earnings, or whatever, you can reassess. Well, you look at, basically what the earnings says and make an evaluation if you want to buy it or not. So that's all I got. I mean, super excited about this company. Again, I make videos about it every Saturday morning. The percentage gained, if I've bought it, if I didn't, any news. So this is a really, really, really good stock in the food industry. I think people look at it as just another food company, but it's more to it. It's vegan, it's plant-based. It's got so many different part numbers. It's just different. It's more of the future of frozen food in my opinion. So that's all I got. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment below, and peace.